Negotiators for Israel and Hamas have begun talks with mediators in Egypt to discuss a 20-point peace plan put forward by the US President Donald Trump last week. Joining us is the former Deputy National Security Advisor to Donald Trump. Katie, good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time this morning. So there are a few thorny issues for both sides to sort of work out here. Can those be settled in these latest talks?
Look, there are thorny issues. There were always going to be thorny issues, but at least they're talking.
Yeah.
And the big difference now is that for the last 50 years, really, the conventional wisdom, Republicans, Democrats, Europeans, Middle East, everybody, was that you had to have Israeli-Palestinian peace before you could have a greater Middle East peace. And the beauty and the brilliance of President Trump is he's flipped the script. He said, okay, first I'm going to have advocate Israeli-Arab peace, which is what happened with the Abraham Accords and what has happened in his second term as well. Israel's gotten closer to those Gulf Arab countries. The United States has gotten much closer to those Gulf Arab countries. And they're the ones who are signatories now. They've signed on as of last week to this 20-point peace plan. And that's the first time they've done it. And what they've done is they basically said that we want to enforce this new 20-point peace plan. And part of it is Hamas is not part of any new government going forward. Hamas has to release the hostages. Israel can't make any new settlements. Each side has a lot of restrictions on it that they may not otherwise want. But the fact that the Gulf Arabs, as well as the entire Muslim world, absent Iran, is now in favor of this deal, puts an enormous amount of pressure on Hamas to negotiate in good faith. And as President Trump said last week, they don't negotiate in good faith. Well, Israel, go finish the job. Destroy Hamas once and for all.
That's true, Katie. But I mean, look, there are a couple of key points here. The first is that Hamas needs to disarm. And the second point is that Hamas has to play no future role, neither of which Hamas has given assurances on. Do you really see them giving that up or ceding that territory?
Well, they won't want to. But think of their alternatives. Now, who's paid for Hamas? Where's the money coming from to pay for Hamas for the last 20 or 30 years? It's come from Iran.
Yeah.
And Iran is broke, bankrupt, destitute. The oil prices are low. Sanctions are being enforced. Iran, all of its proxies have now been obliterated one way or the other, or defanged, except for the last remnants of Hamas. The other place the money has come from is a lot of the Gulf Arab countries. They're not doing that anymore. So I think that, always follow the money. If Hamas doesn't have any money to go forward, it's very unlikely that they can continue to fight. And then the other brilliant part of this is because it's the Gulf Arabs who are going to step in and provide security, the Gulf Arabs who are going to come in and rebuild Gaza. And so what it's done is it also puts a wedge between Hamas and the Palestinian people. What's
a realistic time frame for this all to be worked out, do you think?
Well, I think that President Trump is an impatient man. And if there's not any progress in the next couple of days, but I don't think it's 6 months, I think it's in the next couple of days, if there's not demonstrable progress and a sense that Hamas is going to negotiate in good faith, then I think President Trump will do what he said last week when he had a press conference with Bibi Netanyahu, and he said, look, Israel, you're just going to go have to finish the job. And the key is not only Israel go finish the job, but that the Gulf Arabs have all, because they've agreed to this, they've all agreed to that end of Hamas as well.
You make good points, Katie. Katie McFarland there. Appreciate your time. We'll talk to you again soon.